A very good morning, students. Students, in water, a precious resource chapter, we already studied about that how much water is important to all of us. So, student, in today's class, we will discuss about the distribution of water. Then we will discuss about the water management. Then after that, we will study about how we can conserve water. Like in that, we will study about water harvesting, or you can say rainwater harvesting. So students, let's start with our first topic, that is distribution of water. Students, as you know that the distribution of water across the globe is quite uneven due to a number of factors. Some places have good amount of rain and are water rich, whereas on the other hand there are deserts which have scanty rainfall, or you can say scarcity of water. Students, if we talk about India, you know that India is a vast country and the rainfall is not the same everywhere. Some regions have excessive rain, while some other have very little rainfall. For example, in India, places like Rajasthan get very low rainfall and hence have less water. On the other hand, if I talk about the places like Meghalaya, so this state receive high rainfall and have a high amount of water. So student, there can times when one part of India faces flood, while other is suffering from the drought like conditions. So now student, you can see in this map, you will find that the dark navy blue color, that is, it means that the rainfall is above 400 centimeter. It means that like East India, like Arunachal, like Meghalaya, you can see here. Then you can see 200 to 400, that purplish one, right? You can see the west coastal areas there, and in east side you can find it, right students? So in this map, through this map you can see the distribution of rainfall among the country. Now students, we will discuss about water management, how we can manage water. So students, in lower classes you already studied about that in many places a regular supply of water which is provided by a well planned pipe system, right students? And you know that there is a civic authorities of a particular region who are responsible for the adequate or proper supply of water in that particular area. And students, you know, they are not only responsible for this, they have other responsibilities also. What kind of responsibilities they perform? These civic authorities also prevent wastage of water and check if their supply system is adequate or not, or you can say it is the responsibility of the civic authorities to prevent wastage of precious water. Now students, you know, mismanagement or wastage may takes place at the level of individual also. So it is our duty or our responsibility also to manage to water management or to conserve water. Now students, there is a question, how can we save water? As students, as you know that all of us knowingly or unknowingly we waste water, like for example while brushing teeth, shaving, bathing, washing, and during many other activities we waste water. And students, you know that only a very small part of water available on earth and which is useful for living organism. So student, you know that there is a need to conserve water. So there are many ways in which we can conserve water. How? Like we should avoid wastage of water. We do not keep the tap water running, right? Then we have to reduce water pollution. Then we have to harvest rainwater. We have to plant more trees. And there are many more other ways through which we can conserve water. Students, let me discuss about the water harvesting or rainwater harvesting. So students, like in 6th standard you already studied about rainwater harvesting. So we will recap it, what is rainwater harvesting. So student, collection of rainwater from surfaces on which rain falls and storing it for future use, it is called rainwater harvesting. Students, you know that if there is a less rainfall, we can enable us to collect a lot of water. You know, roofs of buildings can be provided with pipes which carry the rainwater to large tank from where water can be filtered and used, and this method is called rooftop rainwater harvesting method. Now students, we will talk about Boweries. What is Boweries? Students, you know, like at many places in our country, it is an age old practice, or you can say ancient practice of storing water and water recharge. Like So student, Bawri was the traditional way of collecting water. Now with the time the Bawris fell into disuse, and people started pilling garbage in these reservoirs. Now these days, due to the shortage or acute shortage of water, people in these area have had to rethink, and the Bawris are begin revived. Now today the situation is that in spite of a scanty rain, these places are managing their water needs very well. Now student, you can see here this picture is of a Bawris at the ancient this is the old practice of water storage and water recharge, and as I already told you, it was the traditional way of collecting water. Now student, we will discuss about drip irrigation. Students, maybe you have heard this term drip irrigation. So in this drip irrigation, it is one of the technique which is used by farmers to water their fields. So student, in drip irrigation technique, what happened? The watering of plants by making use of narrow tubing which deliver water directly at the base of plants. So student, due to use of this method, what happened? This method helps in minimizing the evaporation, it helps in saving water, and it allows the nutrients to reach the plants easily. So you can see here, through this method, these water plants by making use of a narrow tubing and which deliver water directly at the base of the plant. Now students, we will discuss how scarcity of water affects the plant. So student, scarcity of water not only affect the human being and animals, it also affect the plants. How scarcity of water affect the plants? You must have seen potted plants, right students? So wilting and ultimately drying up if they did not get water even for few days. Even if they will not get water, what will happen? They can die. Students, if there is no water, they are not able to perform or conduct photosynthesis, hence they are not able to produce any food. Then students, they will not able to grow properly. Then they will not no longer be able to get enough nutrients from the soil just because of the scarcity or less amount of water. Then students, what will happen? What is the result of that? There will be no food, no oxygen, and hence no life without the plants. Right students? So at the end we can say that jal hai to kal hai. So if you have water, you can think of the future. Thank you students and have a good day.